All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been giving so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
They are. They're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So, what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So, it looks like you were here.
All right, guys, brace yourselves for what's about to unfold in this courtroom. What starts as a routine child support hearing quickly turns into a tense showdown between two parents with very different priorities. On one side, a father claiming he's been carrying the weight alone for months. On the other, a mother who suddenly reappears with a story that raises more questions than answers. As the judge begins digging into the facts, emotions start boiling over. And before long, the truth about responsibility, money, and parenting begins to surface in ways neither side expected.
Pipe down.
Okay, I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support, but we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh.
You know what? You talking about you?
God don't like ugly.
You know, this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No, it ain't
Things
the
happen
weather,
in
it's
court.
her. And that
Well, no,
evil
the weather
spirit
is bad
that she got.
outside.
You know what? Talk to the judge. Don't direct none over here.
Okay, what she just said is right, all right? But I'm not agreeing with you in the sense that, you know what I mean? Let me tell him to be quiet and talk to me only.
I got you,
all right,
Judge.
Mr. Clough, continue. So, as I was saying, it's been a few months. So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right? So in this 7 or 8 months,
Have you been paying?
well, no, that's
she
not how this
hasn't, Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right?
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right.
He got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No,
That's how she got that.
incorrect.
Here's where the stakes of this case start becoming crystal clear. The father explains that for nearly 8 months he's been raising the children alone, without financial support or even regular visits from their mother. In family court, that detail matters a lot. Judges often focus on consistency, who is actually providing stability for the children day after day. And when one parent disappears from that responsibility, it can strongly influence child support decisions. But the tension rises quickly when accusations about her lifestyle and choices begin surfacing in the courtroom.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold her accountable.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, Miss Daniels.
Yes, Judge. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay child support today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand that, right?
I do, Judge.
All right,
But
so
I should be
let's
pretty for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Let's get to the facts.
Please do.
The fact
and quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep. He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You
He did.
didn't. I dismissed
I had
it.
an opportunity, Judge. Had to take it.
Okay. And could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest
Can I
you
swallow?
at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough?
This moment is where the judge begins asserting serious control over the courtroom. Notice how quickly she shuts down distractions, from side comments to even chewing gum. That might seem minor, but courtroom decorum is critical. When emotions run high, judges tighten the structure of the hearing to keep things focused on facts, not personal drama. Judge is making it clear, this hearing isn't about appearance, excuses, or attitudes. It's about one question: who is financially responsible for these children right now?
Understand that I got at least, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had
You know.
6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough, again,
Federale gonna take
I'm
it. I
not,
put it
excuse me,
overseas.
Miss Daniels, when I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts, okay? I understand you both are frustrated, emotions are high, but let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you wanna pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't wanna take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again,
Yes.
continue.
So, like I said,
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry.
I said no more outbursts. It's true.
It's your allergies.
Yeah.
Handle that. You
Handle.
need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making annually?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get, how many companies want to invest in me. So it just depends. Anywhere between.
When are you going to answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me because, sometimes I can have a.
Now things take an unexpected turn when the mother begins talking about her finances. Instead of giving a clear answer about her income, she dances around the numbers, mentioning promotions, investments, and vague earnings. But in family court, judges need concrete figures. Child support calculations rely on actual income estimates, not guesses. When someone gives unclear answers, the judge often has the authority to use the highest reasonable estimate available. And that's exactly where this hearing is heading.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support. You said they were with you. Excuse me?
It's hot.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She trying to show you what she had
The
done.
BBL?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Judge, can I speak briefly?
Briefly, make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was
that.
it? How much was it?
I mean, I got more than the BBA, so I got the boobies, then I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35, $40.
$1,000?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah,
though.
let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers.
but I didn't pay
You are
that.
about to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these 5 that are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
They're grown.
so just the 5 children, right?
Just
All right, so 5
yeah.
children, that is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the moment where the legal consequences finally land. After hearing the testimony, the judge decides to calculate child support based on the higher income estimate, around $100,000 annually. That's a strategic legal move. Courts often do this when someone appears evasive or inconsistent about their earnings. The result? A significant monthly child support obligation. And just like that, what started as vague financial claims turns into a nearly $3,000 monthly responsibility for 5 children.
Judge, it just depends. I would.
She
say,
just
though,
answered my question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
How
great
she's
monthly.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus.
I could give you that.
Plus
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to $2,954.
Can the kids stay with him though?
That's
Like I
right.
The
said,
kids will continue to live with him because that's
That's it.
who they live with, and obviously
They can stay.
you care more about a BBL than them.
That's
Right.
not true.
And we don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything
great.
further? All right. Is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are going to stay with him, and you guys are going to work that out at a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean, they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you going to get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about.
And just like that, the judge brings the case to its conclusion. The children will continue living with their father, and the mother is now legally responsible for nearly $2,954 in monthly support. But beyond the numbers, this case highlights something deeper. The court's priority is always the children's stability. When one parent steps up consistently, the law often backs that effort. So what do you think about this outcome? Did the judge strike the right balance here? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next case.
Miss Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years, it's kind of gotten difficult for me.
Alright guys, this case starts with something that looks simple on the surface but quickly turns into a serious family conflict. A grandmother brings her own daughter to court because she says she's been raising the child almost entirely on her own. The daughter argues she's juggling college, work, and motherhood, but the grandmother says the burden has fallen almost completely on her. Now the judge has to decide something deeper than just money. Who is truly responsible for raising this child?
Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program. And so,
Is that a paid position?
yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's
to
good.
50,000.
Okay.
I just feel like I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yeah, I don't get home until like midnight.
At this moment, the daughter explains she's a full-time student while also working during the day, trying to build a future for herself and her child. On paper, that sounds responsible, and many viewers might sympathize with her situation. But the judge quickly shifts the focus to something important. Being busy doesn't remove parental responsibility. The real issue isn't her ambition, it's who is actually providing daily care for the child.
Right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom. This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother. You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
Right.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid? They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
This is where the judge delivers one of the most powerful logical arguments in the case. She compares the situation to daycare. If the child were placed in daycare, the mother would obviously have to pay for that service. So the judge asks a simple but devastating question. If the grandmother is doing the same work, feeding, changing, and caring for the child, why shouldn't she be compensated too? In that moment, the daughter's argument begins to fall apart.
Well, just like I did a good job with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school. You know, once I do get that education,
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so
Okay.
I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, you know, take care of my own daughter by then. And just right now I need
And
some
move
assistance. Yeah.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just need a little bit of help
You
and
can
assistance.
take care of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just,
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to.
that's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep. Mom is taking care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're
Yeah.
coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Now the judge starts exposing the reality of the situation. The daughter admits she often comes home around midnight, meaning the grandmother is with the child almost the entire day. The judge points out something striking. Technically, the daughter is barely even home long enough to care for the child. That realization shifts the case completely. What started as a family disagreement now clearly looks like a grandmother acting as the primary caregiver.
And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and you know she does help. And like I said, she does like that. She's like not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I
So,
got that promotion.
you know, that kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not, well, not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some sort of financial.
Here the judge moves from discussion to decision. She explains that since the grandmother is essentially raising the child, the mother must contribute financially. The daughter earns about $50,000 a year, so the court calculates child support based on her income. The judge also orders the daughter to take responsibility for the child's health insurance. This ruling isn't about punishment, it's about making sure the person actually raising the child isn't left carrying the entire financial burden alone.
Break, essentially,
Right.
until that time happens. So it's going to be based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78. There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
In the end, the judge orders the daughter to pay $803 per month to help support the child while the grandmother continues caring for her. The judge also leaves the door open for the future. If the mother eventually moves out and takes full responsibility for her child, the support order could be changed. But for now, the court recognizes the grandmother's role and makes sure she receives financial help. So what do you think about this ruling? Did the judge make the right call in holding the mother accountable? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more powerful cases.
You all may be seated. Okay. Miss Moore,
ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband, or I'm sorry, ex-husband, we have a mutually beneficial agreement with our children where he keeps them at night and I keep them during the day.
Okay.
But my job no longer allows me to stay home with them during the day,
All right, guys, buckle up, because this courtroom case quickly turns into a clash of parenting philosophies. Two divorced parents come before the judge with a shared custody agreement that had been working until one major issue changed everything. The mother can no longer stay home during the day because of her job, and now she wants the children placed in daycare. But the father strongly opposes the idea, arguing that daycare exposes kids to germs and risks. What begins as a simple childcare discussion slowly becomes a deeper debate about responsibility, fear, and what truly benefits young children. Watch closely, because the judge is about to step in and bring some serious perspective to this situation.
would like for them to go to daycare now during the day, and he does not want them to.
Okay. How old are the children?
2 years and 18 months.
Okay. And you already picked out the daycare you want them to go to and everything like
Yeah.
that? How much is it?
It is $500 a month
$500 for both children?
for one child, so it's $1,000 a month for both children.
Oh, okay.
It's a nationally accredited daycare.
Okay. That's not bad for two kids. What's your opposition to that?
Well, I don't think they should be in daycare. I think she should stay with them like we originally planned. I didn't get a chance to check out the daycare. I just would rather them stay with her mom or one of our family members.
Okay. Did you let him know which daycare?
This is the moment the core issue of the case becomes clear. The mother explains that their shared parenting schedule worked before because she stayed home with the children during the day while the father kept them at night. But now that her job requires her to work during the day, daycare has become the only practical option. She even researched a nationally accredited daycare that costs about $1,000 per month for both kids. The father, however, immediately objects, not because of safety violations or cost concerns, but because he believes daycare environments are full of germs. Already, we can see this disagreement isn't just about childcare, it's about two completely different views of risk in parenting.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
He was invited to go meet the teachers and do the tour, but he opted not to go.
So you did have an opportunity to go.
I was invited, but I don't really want my kids in that daycare. I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs. For starters,
this courtroom is full of germs.
okay, but children germs, they're next level.
Okay, do they disinfect the daycare?
I don't know that.
They do.
Right, you don't know. So you haven't even had the opportunity, you haven't taken the opportunity to try to do any kind of research.
Okay.
But the fact that there are germs at the daycare, I mean, that's not a good enough reason
Okay.
why you don't want them in there.
I would rather them be with family, people we know.
Okay, I mean, that's a valid,
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
I'm a doctor. I'm around germs all day. This
Okay.
is one reason that we did not work out.
It's a big problem.
My ex-husband is a germaphobe, and
Here the judge begins probing the father's argument, and an important detail comes out. The father admits he was invited to visit the daycare, meet the teachers, and tour the facility, but he chose not to go. That's a critical moment in the courtroom because judges often look for cooperation and effort between parents. If one parent refuses to even investigate a proposed solution, their argument can start to lose credibility. The judge even points out the obvious irony: germs exist everywhere, even inside the courtroom itself. So the question becomes less about germs and more about whether the father is avoiding a reasonable solution without truly examining it.
he feels like if the children aren't kept in a bubble basically all day, that something terrible is going to happen to them. But that's no reason. That's no way for these kids to live. And I have to go save lives every day, while he just sits in his living room, hermetically sealed off living room.
That's dramatic.
Well, it's not that dramatic. What's dramatic is he wouldn't even show up for this tour at the daycare so he could see that it is a clean daycare. It's nationally accredited. Also, our children would have loved to have seen you.
Now the emotional layer of the story begins to unfold. The mother reveals that she's actually a doctor who works around germs every single day while saving lives. According to her, the father's extreme fear of germs, his germophobia, was one of the major reasons their marriage fell apart. This suddenly reframes the entire conflict. The issue isn't just daycare anymore. It's a long-standing personality difference between two parents trying to raise children in very different ways. The judge listens carefully because family court decisions often focus on whether a child will grow up in a balanced environment, not one ruled by extreme fears or restrictions.
Age 2 years old, and what was the other age?
18 months.
18 months. I mean, it's nothing wrong with them going to school already. You do want them to start learning a lot of things. You just do. There are some things that you guys are not going to be able to teach them at home. Not that you can't, it's just you may not have the time to do it. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea, but I do think it's a good idea for you to go and speak to the teachers, look around the daycare, see about the cleanliness of it and everything like that. And you guys should just work together and co-parent. So the agreement is just going to stand what it is. You guys keep doing your agreement where you have your time with the children, and you keep rotating like that. Nobody should pay child support in this type of situation. But what I will do to make sure that daycare does get paid is that you guys split. $1,000, you pay $500, you pay $500. And it's going to go through the Attorney General of Texas. And that's just the best way to do it, because that at least ensures that the children's daycare is paid for month to month.
This is where the judge begins shaping the final ruling. Instead of choosing one parent's side completely, she looks at the bigger picture, the shared custody arrangement. Because both parents already split time with the children equally, the court decides that traditional child support isn't necessary. However, daycare is now an unavoidable expense if the mother is working during the day. The judge's solution is simple but effective. Both parents will split the daycare cost evenly, paying $500 each month. This ensures the children receive proper care while maintaining fairness in their shared parenting agreement.
Okay, but now I'm paying for the daycare that I don't want them to go to, and I have them at night. She's supposed to be responsible for the day. If they were in night care, I would pay for it, and I just don't see how this is fair. She makes 3 times as much money as I do.
Right, but you guys have been splitting the children. You've been splitting the children, and it's not a bad idea. And honestly, that's a very reasonable cost for 2 children at a daycare, because a lot of times, especially the younger a child is, the 18-month-old, it could be more expensive than that. And I think that's fair. Or, I could base, let me see, how much money you make a year? Let's see. Your document says $62,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like for me to base child support that you pay her off of $62,000 a year? Because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
Then no.
Okay, well, in that case, is there anything further between either
No,
of you?
Your Honor. Thank you.
That'll be all? That'll be all from you? Okay,
Yes.
where you all are dismissed.
The father pushes back, arguing that the decision isn't fair because he never wanted the kids in daycare and because the mother earns 3 times more money than he does. But the judge responds with a powerful legal reality check. She points out that if the court calculated formal child support based on his $62,000 salary, he would likely end up paying more than the $500 per month. In other words, the current ruling actually protects him financially while still ensuring the children receive proper care. It's a classic moment where the courtroom logic becomes crystal clear. The judge's priority isn't personal preferences, it's what works best for the children.